What's up, guys? It is about 12:30. Technically, it's Christmas morning, so Merry Christmas to all of you who celebrate. Um, man, I don't even really know how to describe this, but past 6 weeks for me have been nothing short of life changing. You can call it a spiritual awakening, reconnecting to who I am, to God, to the universe, to nature, whatever verbiage you want to use. But I've never felt more balanced or in touch with life. And I just wanted to share some words of encouragement. If any of you guys are going through anything, please know that I know this may not help in the moment if you're going through a very painful experience. And of course, I do not know what you're going through. But I'd like you to know that there is light on the other side. You have incredible gifts in you, unique gifts. If you can find a way to get in touch with those things and let them out and shine and fly as you are meant to do. You know, we weren't put here. We're not alive just to exist. I mean, so many of us, myself included, no judgment, we basically just exist, right? We wake up, let's say it's a work day. We wake up, go to work, come home, we do the usual stuff. We pay our bills, we eat our meals, and I would be willing to bet most people on their weeknights, they just mess around on their phone, or they're on Netflix, or they're just in distraction. And I think I've touched on this in previous videos. I think a lot of it is fear of stepping into our power. A lot of it is maybe not knowing what to do. And what I would like to start to do, I'm going to still do the daily videos. This I guess technically can count as day 5, although I might do a part 2. What I would like to do is for anyone who isn't sure what to do. So let's say you have goals. You know what you're doing now is not serving you, it's not helping you. You want to do something else, but you're not quite sure what. I want to be a source of inspiration for you because I've been in that place for much of my life, and only very, very recently have I discovered more of a mission and a purpose. And I want to talk a little bit about, faith, spirituality, and I'll use the word God. If you don't resonate, that's cool. You can replace it with a different word if it works for you. I think we're all talking about the same thing. But there's absolutely something in us that if we get in touch with that, like I said, I'll say God. There's absolutely something, if we get in touch with God, that lets us shine. And there is nothing more fulfilling. We can chase or look for things outside of ourselves to fulfill us or make us gratified. But none of those things ultimately are ever going to make a difference if we don't start from within and work on increasing our light and shining more and giving and creating. I think that's what we're here for. And what's worked for me a ton recently is really getting quiet. And these longer meditations have really allowed a lot of clutter to clear out of here. I mean, there's so much stimulation from being on my phone and just watching television, just so much information. and a million different sources are getting into my brain and trying to tell me how to behave, how to act, what to do with my life, what choices to make. So I would say for any of you, sorry, I'm getting a little off track, I'm a little tired. For any of you who are looking for direction, you feel like you're completely lost, the number one thing I would say is find a way to get quiet, get some space. Because through this space, as things slowly start to settle down, you'll be able to get more in touch with that place that you've forgotten exists inside you. It's that abundant place from which true fulfillment and freedom comes from. I thought I had another point, but I think that's where I'll leave it for now. Just find a way to get quiet. I've been doing an hour meditation recently, and this evening I kind of had like a spiritual awakening, so to speak, where I realized, I wrote in my journal, God is real, no doubt about it. I was actually watching a video, I'll probably share it tomorrow. I started listening to songs because it's Christmas, and Christmas Eve we had my nephews over at my parents' house. I was over there, my sister and brother-in-law, and my brother-in-law's mom. And anyway, we were listening to music as is usual. And when I got home, I was still kind of in the mood to listen to music, so I started listening to "Oh Holy Night" by Celine Dion, which is an incredibly moving piece. Her vocals are insane. And then from there, I just went down the YouTube rabbit hole. I've always been a big fan of female vocalists. Something about female vocals just like hits me on a deep level. Like Aretha Franklin has a rendition of "You Make Me Feel Like a Natural Woman" that she performed at, I think, something for Obama. If you search Aretha Franklin Kennedy Center, that performance is insane. Any Celine Dion performance is insane. Whitney Houston. And then I think I was Googling, because I have listened to Tori Kelly before. She's a singer. She's not incredibly famous, but I would say she's decently famous. But her vocals are also absolutely breathtaking. And I stumbled upon a cover she did of the song "Crazy" by Seal, and I was absolutely blown away. I probably watched it like 10 straight times. Just the lyrics of the song, which are about, spreading your wings to fly and getting a little crazy, like breaking out of the headspace that the masks are in. So the lyrics plus her vocal performance, which is just mind-blowing. I would highly recommend anyone look that up. Tori Kelly, "Crazy," live. I think it's the Sirius XM version. She's in the studio. But anyway, something about that performance and just seeing her perform and the genuine joy and passion she had for what she was doing. She was completely in the moment. She was singing. It was like God was just speaking through her. And I think when we are completely balanced and aligned, whatever we do has that quality of the universe, of God in it. And unless we're living from that space, I think we're always going to feel like something's missing. And what I kind of realized tonight is that energy that she exhibited in that video, Tori Kelly, is something to strive for. Obviously not specifically with singing, but with what I do. how I present myself, how I carry myself. And I think that's a place that we can learn to live from if we, like I mentioned, can get rid of the excess, the clutter, the noise, the things that weigh us down. Because once again, we are not here just to exist. There's no way. Some people might think this is a little crazy, but it's interesting actually. So after I watched the Tori Kelly video, I was Googling, and I found something where she talked about her faith and about God, and she said, as you get older, you need to find your own definition of faith and reestablish your own connection with it. And that's kind of, I think, where I've been is, I was raised Christian, but when you're a kid, you don't understand the potency of religion. You don't understand the deeper metaphysical and spiritual messages. So I was involved with the church till about 18, and then I think this is probably fairly common, but from about maybe 18 to 25, I basically completely renounced religion and just thought it was stupid and brainwashing. And then that was about the time of age 25 when I kind of started getting interested in consciousness, spirituality, philosophy, ancient wisdom, and all of those modalities. Experimented a little bit with some mind-expanding substances, we'll say. And it just showed me a completely different reality, and I think that got me back in touch with the fact that there is so much going on beneath the surface that we don't realize. And now, over the past several years, and particularly with my deeper meditation practices recently, I've been able to, I think, fully integrate those lessons I learned with my earlier religious upbringing to create kind of my own faith, I guess you could say. I would say I believe in God, but not in any particular dogmatic God per se, just God as being the creative energy of this universe that is in all of us. And I realized tonight that any resistance to it, that is what creates all of our suffering and our struggles. And I'm committed to move forward from that space as much as possible. However weird I might seem, however different I might seem, because I'm changing my values, I really don't care anymore. Life is too short to worry about the reaction. And I just wanted to share this as kind of a new starting point. This video went in a way different direction than I thought it was going to go to, but I realized I got to be completely authentic. So, yeah, this is day 5, and I'm completely committing to a connection with God and getting aligned with that energy and living from that space, and committing to helping others and being an inspiration as much as I can, and not running from what I'm being called to do, because I think I've spent most of my life running, and it's time to stop running. So yeah, I feel pretty vulnerable putting this one out. I wasn't even sure if I was going to, but screw it. I'm going to post this as day 5, and Merry Christmas, and I will see you guys on the next video tomorrow. Peace out.